Welcome back to Silver State Trains. So I thought I would do a video of me trying to fix my issue with my yard, about how I'm having some power issues with my my last leg here, where I can't get the power to flow through a series of switches onto my engine yard storage. So before getting into this, I thought I would do something a little bit different, or maybe long overdue, if you will. So I've been doing this channel since January of this year, and I haven't really done much of a recap over the time. So I know I have a lot of new subscribers, a lot of returning subscribers. So again, thank you. I appreciate that. And if you haven't, if you wouldn't mind considering hitting that button for me, I'd greatly appreciate it. It would help me out. But with that, uh, I just thought I would recap real fast what my channel is about. I am documenting my journey, if you will, being new to the hobby. So I just started my layout. This is layout 2, I guess, back in January of 2023, and I'm documenting my journey along the way, lessons I've learned, challenges I've faced, getting this up and running, doing DCC, and things of that nature. So I don't do a lot of editing of my videos, as far as doing multiple takes. If I make a mistake or something doesn't go as planned, I show that so I can kind of document and share with you my struggles, my challenges, the lessons that I've learned. That way you guys can see that and learn with me, if you will, or for those of you that are seasoned, have some entertainment. So you can laugh at my struggles. But so I don't edit that stuff out. I do obviously edit my videos as far as stitching them together. So it's not 47 minutes of me sitting here doing what I'm doing on my layout. I shrink my videos down so they're a reasonable length. So that's the editing that I do. I'm also filming I'm filming this on my iPhone. I think it's a 14 Pro is what I'm using. So I'm filming in 14K, 4K on my phone, and I'm doing all my video editing and YouTube upload of my videos on my phone. I do have plans to change that in the future. I am shopping for a new computer so I can do my 4K editing on a computer, and then I could look at getting a GoPro. So hopefully I can up my video quality, if you will, in the future. But that's in the works. I'm working on that here. So, but I just wanted to kind of recap real fast what my channel is, what's it about, kind of documenting my journey as somebody new to this hobby. So anybody can do this. Living proof of that. Not that I'm doing anything well or exceptional, if you will, but you can get into this hobby. You can do DCC, and in all my videos, I include my email address. So if you have any questions, curious what I'm doing, why I did something, feel free to send me an email. I'm happy to respond to you. And if you have a question, if it's something that I can make a video on, I'll happily make a video going over that. So don't hesitate to reach out to me. But with that, let's get into this video. Issue that I'm having right now with my yard, as far as this switch right here is having power issues. My trains aren't able to run through it at all. They just die halfway through. So I had tried to solve the issue by insulating this connection right here, which I'm going to probably take that out. Now let me show you what I have going on here. So throwing the switch so it'll run into the yard. Let me show you what happens. The engine runs in. Once it gets to about the frog, or just before, it dies. So I'm not sure what's going on with this particular switch. If I have an issue with the switch itself, because the power is dying right about here. So, and my feeder is just off of camera here. I have a feeder a couple track pieces up. So, it's only on a small portion of track, so it should have more than enough power to run through there. So what I'm going to do is rip out this switch and throw in a brand new one to see if I can solve this problem. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so I've put in a brand new switch. Let's test it to see if this works. Okay. Well, that didn't solve my problem. So I don't understand what the issue is. It's a brand new switch and it's dying halfway through. It's got power on the track, train's running. Oh, not working on the track. I don't know why power is not going through. On to the next test. All right, well, after some trial and error, I actually finally figured out what my problem was. So I did a little test because I was getting kind of frustrated. This here was my switch. So I took out that initial switch, which was one of my older switches. I pulled it out and I put in a brand new switch, which you see right there. That still did not solve my problem. So I just put in some scrap track, or not scrap track, but some track pieces that was the equivalent length of that switch to fill in this gap to see if my problems was the switches altogether. And it wasn't. My engine still died. So what I figured out was, let me find the piece there and zoom in. Okay, hold on. All right, I don't know if you can see that right there. I found my problem, and it was that uni-joiner right there. So this piece of track right here is brand new out of the box, first time using it. This piece of track here is old. So what happened, this is a brand new uni-joiner right there, and that is an old existing one. So it looks like the actual brass, copper, whatever that metal is, makes up that uni-joiner, fell out, and I didn't catch it. So my power is not running through the rest of this track, which is why my engine is dying once the second axle crosses this barrier here, because this is dead land over here. There is no power. So now all I have to do is just fix that uni-joiner, and hopefully my problem is solved. So let's do that now. Okay, so I have replaced that uni-joiner with a brand new one out of the bag, and I put my old switch back in place. So let's see if this works. Here we go. First time testing this. Okay, so far, so good. All right. That leg works. Let's try the other one. All right, it works. And let's see, can I kill the power? Okay, and the power dies. Perfect. Well, that turned out to be a little simpler than I thought. Kind of the first few things that I did prior to doing all this was I double checked to make sure that all my feeders were good on here, which I only have one on this back line, so that one was good. And obviously it was working because I had power here. I didn't think about checking uni-joiner, so for those of you having any similar issues, double check your uni-joiners to make sure that the actual brass, metal, whatever that nickel, whatever this is, I'm drawing a blank on what the track material is made of, some form of metal. Make sure that that's in the uni-joiner so it can actually conduct the power, and hopefully will solve your issue. So yeah, so now I can go about testing this yard and making sure everything works. I did actually start making some buildings. Let me show you guys. So I made 3 of the buildings so far. I can't say that these turned out fabulously, but they're building like. So this is that, what's it called? The track model. I'll have to look at the name of the company again. I'm drawing a blank. Let me see if I have it over here. Oh, please. Team Track, is that what it is? Team Track, yep. Team Track, all right. So these are the Team Track models that I had purchased from their website and then printed using my home printer. And I glued this together using like the children's Elmer's glue sticks that you would see at, preschool, middle school, that stuff. So built that building there, and then these 2 over here. Now I just right now just have them on the layout. I don't know where I'm going to put them. If you guys have some suggestions, I would greatly appreciate it. This set here is the yard buildings, so something that would go in and around a yard. So if you guys have any suggestions on where's a good spot to put those, I'm definitely all ears on that. But anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and end this video and do my next video where I'm going to actually utilize this yard and check to see that if I like this new rendition of my layout and if everything works, then I can start getting this glued down. So like I mentioned in the previous video, I do have my ballast over there, and I have fixed my not fixed, but made my next step in my mountain building here, so I can get this trimmed and get this glued down, get this track glued down and ballast, and then work on making the mountain scene. And this over here, I was actually talking to my dad about this area here earlier. I'm going to build some kind of small little city scene here. I may actually do it elevated. So maybe it might be a small step down and then a small step down again to this industry here, which will be, I don't know yet, some kind of industry where trains will go to. So we'll see. But just thinking about that, and then I'll have a road run all the way through the center of my layout, maybe slightly elevated, I don't know. All the way through here to go to the rest of my industry. So I'll have some kind of scenic break here, maybe some gas stations or some fast food joints. I don't know. I can just have fun with it and do something, because I know this is kind of a flat layout, which is unfortunate, but with limited space, this is what I was able to kind of come up with, at least with my current knowledge base. But anyhow, with that, thank you all for watching. You have a good one.